Hey everyone, welcome to my first episode of my Let's Play series on Crusader Kings 2. This game just was released by Paradox Game in the last week or so. And I read a lot of reviews on it, and I've seen some videos on it. I'll get to that in a second. And I had to have it. It's an amazing game. I'm not going to go out and say it's an adult game, because it's not what I might mean by that. What I mean by that term, I don't want to offend anybody by saying that, but it's not for people that think they can just pick it up and learn how to play and just go and play it for a while and move on to something else. This is a very, very involved game, a very, very complicated game, and a game that's going to take you a long time to complete if you do everything correctly. This game has a very, very steep learning curve to it. It does have a tutorial section there, as you can see right down here. However, though, I am not one of those types of people that can sit there and read and do a tutorial. So I went looking around for Let's Play videos and other videos on YouTube about this game to learn how to play it. And I did find I found an excellent commentator that is currently still doing these Let's Play episodes series on this game. It's DAS24680. I'll put a link in the description. And that's how I really got turned on to this game. His Let's Play was very, very entertaining, and it's very, 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 very educational. He's a bit of a noob to it as well. I think he played the first one. This is Crusader Kings 2. There is a Crusader Kings 1. He played that one, but both games are very, very different from each other. However, so he had a little bit of knowledge of that. However, but it was very fun and entertaining to watch, and it really made me appreciate this game even more, to the point where now I want to do my own Let's Play series. So check him out there. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description to his videos, and it's pretty cool. So let's get into this. What is this game about? What is this all about? As you can tell, it looks like something going on in Europe. Crusader Kings, maybe that means it's in the Middle Ages, which it is. And you can get moving around here. And what it here is a span of about 300 or so years or more during the Middle Ages, and you're able to be a ruler, or a family, I should say. It's probably more accurate to saying it. A lineage of rulers in a selected county or kingdom or such. As you can see here, we can adjust the different dates here, and the game will adjust accordingly to whatever date you have. See how it just adjusted. Boundaries will change. At 1337, the boundaries were different than at 1237. There, and again here, there too, and consider them like that. You can change the month, the days, decades, centuries, that sort of stuff. That's pretty cool. They have different time frames that they have presets if you want to. Here they are here with the interesting characters that you can be. Again, for over there, Third Crusade, and of course, 100 Years' War. That's not all it has. This is where this game gets really massive. Here's the terrain look, how the terrain looks in the area here. The mountains there, over here, that such thing. However, we go over here. This is all the independent nations, at least at this time frame. Let's go back down to the beginning here. This is how it looks at this time. Now, is this 100% accurate to exactly what it was? Probably. These guys probably put a really diligent effort into this game, and I'm sure they're as close as they can be. So let's go here. These are the different counts in the realms in the game that you can play. You can actually play these guys, except for the Muslims. You see these guys are Muslim here, and you can't play Muslims right now. I'm assuming, though, I'm pretty sure in a upcoming downloadable content, you'll be able to play as these guys as well. So these are counts. In the hierarchy of a very simplistic hierarchy of this, you know, you have your rulers, your kings, even emperors in this game. Like there's pretty much only one big empire, which is the Roman Empire. You could actually play as that person. Then your kingdoms, here's your dukes in this game. Here's your counts, and even behind that you get into barons and such. Kind of not necessarily a flaw, but maybe a limitation. And it's not about the game, it's more about the time frame and about the culture of what it was back then. Is if you really want to have the most success in this game and have the most influential families possible in this game, you have to start at the kings, at least a kingdom, or be the Roman Empire. You could start as a duke and try to build better a better realm, a better kingdom, a better name for yourself, but it's going to be a lot harder to do. Of course, if you try to be a count, you can't get much higher than that. You may be able to get to a dukedom before you the game ends. The way the game goes here is that it will end after that 300 years for sure. That's when the game will end, or your lineage line stops. Someone dies, and then someone inherits your lands, or you marry into a family that eventually takes over your land after the previous ruler dies. That kind of stuff. That's how this game goes. It's more about family and your lineage than actually conquering and war and that sort of stuff. So just be aware of that if you're looking to play this game, that it's not really going to be let me see here, there we go. I've got a timer going here, and I want to make sure that I have, come on, there we are. So that's pretty much all what it is, and I know we just talked a lot about this and what's going on, so bear with me on that. Okay, let's get into what we're going to do here. Before I get started any more with this, I do want to say if the volume is a little bit low, I apologize for that. There's not much I can do. I've been trying to do it, mess with that for the past hour, and it doesn't work. So what we're going to do, though, I got that to the side, is we're going to go to a duke. We want to be a duke and a dookie, and this is the Munster dukedom, I guess, realm. Where's his name? Duchy of Munster is the name of it. He's an independent. I'm Irish. I'm actually Irish, so I'm going to try to play as an Irishman. I have one vassal, meaning I got someone underneath me, and I'll get into that as the game goes on. And here we go. We're going to play as this guy right here. So we actually have two counties. This is all, the realms are divided up into counties. We have two counties right here that we have control over. And I picked this one over this guy here because I can make more money here. It's better starting areas. So here we go. This is what the game looks like. Right now we're in the pause time here, and honestly, what you're going to do most of your things and clicking and stuff during when the game is paused. You'll start the game, let it roll for a while, and then when something happens, you'll pause it right away and then get to what's going on. So right here we're in the pause menu, and this is what we have here. Here's different notices and things like that. Let's take a look here. I'm not quite sure how this works yet, and I have to research it right now, but it has to do where I can press my claim on Desmond. I think it's just telling me that, and I'll get into that momentarily. I can pick an ambition. See, what do I want to do in life? I want to get married, because I'll get into that. My guy's not married right now, and I want to get married, and that's an easy one to get. And look what we get when we get married. Plus gain 10 piety, which is right up here. If it comes up, there we go. Piety. Piety is respected by the clergy, especially the head of your church. In this case, being the Pope, Roman Catholic. It can be sent to petition the head of your church, like prestige. We'll get to that over there in a second, and is added to your score on the death of your ruler. Here's what prestige is. You kind of might guess what it is. Prestige is a measure of your success and can be spent to carry out special actions. Prestige for each successor ruler you play is summed up and used to calculate your final score. That's how that is. Very nice. So here's my ruler, Duke Murchard I of Munster. Like I said, he's unmarried, at least at this time frame. He probably had a wife, but his wife died. But right at this time frame, he does have a son. So let's find someone to marry. Let's see. What do I want? This here is the Princess of the Holy Roman Empire, and this little blue flag here tells me I will have an alliance with them, meaning I can call him into battle if I want to. Here he is. This is the Kaiser, ruler of the Roman Empire right here. He doesn't like me too much right now, but I'm going to try to marry his daughter. Oops. And that will make me that much more powerful. Pretty powerful, honestly. Going from 0 to a hero pretty quickly here. So I've sent that off. I'm not going to get any notices yet because I still have the game paused. So let's see what else we have here. We have an unmarried heir, my son, who is slightly over coming of age. Coming of age here, becoming an adult in this time frame is 16. Let's see what we can do about that. I want to marry her. Let's see, I can marry France into France. France is a pretty powerful nation at this point. However, she's not very, doesn't have anything here. But that's okay, because I want to be part of France. And this is, yeah, King Philip of France. So that's what we're going to go for here. Go back to here. Go over to here, make sure I have the highest ranking person, and I do. Send that off. Alright, that's done. Rulers unmarried, just finish that up. Might, vassal might revolt. Okay, 2% risk of revolt here. So let's go over to our council. This is our council. We can send out actions and things. Chancellor here is a way to improve my diplomatic relations. I want to do that for this here, because he's the guy that wants to revolt against me. This is my marshal, basically my men-at-arms, my top men-at-arms guy. And I'm going to try to suppress that revolt that might happen. Let's see what happened. Here's my steward. This guy will get me money and collect me taxes and stuff like that. I can have him research economic stuff. I can have him oversee construction when I start getting constructing buildings, or collect taxes. So I'm going to have that right here. Here's my spy master. This guy can uncover plots, build spy networks. That means the spy master focuses attention on local nobles in a county, increasing the likelihood of intrigue events against them. So if I want to piss some people off, something like that, I can do that. Or study technology. I have nothing really yet for use for him yet. This is my court chaplain, this is my religious dude. He doesn't like me too much. I'll have to do something about that. And I'll show you what I can do in a second. Inquisitions, if there's a big religious thing happening, I can send it for an inquisition. Research church culture tech, and I'll get into that in a second. Or improve religious relations with somebody. So I need to make him happy. Let's click on him. He doesn't have a wife. Let's see if I can get him married here off. Do I even want him? Actually, I really don't want him. His score here is 7, and that's quite low. Let's see if I can find someone a little more. That's it, 7. However, this guy, who is of my bloodline, he's in my dynasty. Let's go with that. I think I'd rather have him. What's his things here? Amateur's plotter has received an education emphasizing intrigue skills. Unfortunately, it did not stick. The character could not... Arbitrary. The character could not care less about justice. See, this character burns with religious... Yep, see, that's good for that. Chaste. 7 virtue chess. Characters are admired for their virtue and is unlikely to have extramarital affairs. Very good for him. I think I'll give him a wife to make him even more happy. I don't want to give him a princess because those are pretty good. This dude is just a... There's a lot of princess. Let's see if I can bastard those. This is bad. You don't want to have a bastard because bastards, we use it as a bad term, but this was frowned upon. Children that were born that were not accepted by the dynasty or the lineage were considered bastards. This character was born out of wedlock and has not been legitimized, meaning they're not part of the line and thusly disqualified from the line of succession. So that's bad. So we really don't want to marry a bastard because that would actually, our vassals and other people, influential people in our realm, would look badly upon that. Let's see what else we had. Underhanded rogue. It's a rough but definitely diplomat. That would be good. She's a really high diplomat. I wonder if I could have her as my thing. Let's try that. As my chancellor. Let's see if that works. Alright, I think we have it right. Let's go to our laws here. This is a little confusing page. Right now our feudal taxation is none. I want my vassals to support me with some kind of contribution. So I'll make that small. It's going to make them unhappy a little bit. However, they'll get over it. So that's good there. But here's what we do. Now my guy is unhappy. Look at that right there. That dude is pissed. So let's go to diplomacy. Let's give him a title. Gives me plus 15 to my his opinion of me, which isn't going to be a whole lot, but it's better than nothing. Let's see. It's only 10. Let's do that. It'll help out a little bit. Monthly prestige 0.01, and then he has a little bit of an increase for monthly salary. Also try to make him feel better about me here. let's work on that. There's not much else I can do to help the situation. And you don't want to pay, he pays taxes to the Pope. So this red means he's not paying to me. Green means they're paying to me. He's paying to the Pope, and that which means he has a higher favor of the Pope than myself. Now, if that switches, if I have a higher favor than the Pope, he'll start paying into me. Here's another important thing. He is my steward, and that's it. He's not a ruler of anything, I don't think. Let's get into this a little bit here. Actually, I think he is in charge of there. Of Kilroy. He is, yeah. This is his area here. I might eventually appoint a successor to him. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, I think we're ready to actually get the game going. So let's check out here. We took care of this, we took care of that, we know about this, which is here. I have a legitimate claim to this, which means I can go to war with him when I'm ready to. I'm not ready to now. Take a look at messages. Brian McMurchad has been sent to suppress revolts in Ormond, right here. Get rid of that, we know that. Oh boy. Tory Riddell Betch McTadig has been sent to improve diplomatic relations here. Okay, and those are major messages. These are minor messages. Murchad wants to get married. Took care of that. Lord Mayor Rag Valid of Ormond, guy in charge of here, has become cupboard bearer, which is just an honorary title. The bishop has been sent to collect taxes here. Good. Make some money. Here's what I'm getting in my monthly taxes. Not a whole lot, but that's to be expected since we were just starting out. So let's speed the game up just a skosh. See the days going here. So the game automatically pauses here. To the heroic Duke Murchad I, blessings upon you and your house. I accept your suggestion that Murchad and Ida get married. Awesome. Murchad has gotten married. You can now collect royalty. Yes, I do. Give me that money. And here we go. Most excellent Duke Murchad I, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I accept your suggestion that Duke Murchad I and Princess Adelheid get married. Same thing here with my son. He's now going to get married. However, and I'll get into this right here. Put this on pause. Chad fulfilled that ambition to get married. So I fulfilled that ambition to get married, and I can choose a new one, and I'll get to that in a second. But let's go to my heir. I'm only betrothed to her because she's not of age yet. She's only 11. Let's see, what's this here? Prince Emma's opinion of King Philippi, which I think is her brother. That could be interesting. That could play a part in later things. That could be very interesting. So we'll keep going on that. So she doesn't like her brother. Obviously, I'm sure because of let's see, succession and title claimant. That's why. Okay. So we have a few years left before they are actually getting married, but they're scheduled to, lack of a better way. So let's click a new ambition. See what we got. Come exalted amongst men, amass wealth. Let's have a daughter. That's a pretty easy one. And this is what we'll get from doing it. 10 piety, which is for Pope stuff. Religious points, I guess, is a good way of saying it. Alright, Ida Billingham has arrived at court. And she's arrived at court. And my new ambition is to have a daughter. Okay. I think we're good. Let's try to make some money. Let's see what's going on here. If I can beef that up somehow. You can speed this up a little bit. So this is what the game is. I mean, a lot of people think this is a, you know, let it go and then step away from it, and it is. Das has mentioned that in his videos that he likes that. So that's one of the big things that he likes about the game. You don't always have to be doing something in the game. You can just let it run and do its thing. We'll put it on pause for a second, see what's going on. He wants to become a spy master, and he is my nephew. I'll get into this. This is kind of cool. Let's see here. His spy. This is what they seek. State intrigue. This is what considers the spy score here is 10. What does mine have? 14, which is my Kingsman. And I'll get into that too thing. In fact, let's do that now because it kind of gets important. This is my family tree. Actually, nope. Wait a minute. Dynasty tree. This is what I want. Let's blow this up. So this is my dad. In this time frame, my mother's already dead, so they didn't even bother to put her in there. But he's dead already, and it got passed down to me. This is my half-brother, my half-sister, and my other half-brothers. I have two half-brothers and a half-sister, meaning he messed around with a lot of women. So here's me, and here's my son. This is my wife up there. This is the guy that wants to be, I believe, wants to be spy master. I believe is what he wants. No, that's not him. I think it might be his son. His son. Yes, he wants to be my new spy master. And he is my nephew. No, that's not a good example here. Check this out. So this is my nephew, my other nephew. Their sons, or anybody under them, become my kingsmen, meaning they're distant relatives. They're below my nephew or niece, and they don't bother to say if it's like twice removed or whatever it is. So they're still part of my dynasty, but they're really far away from it. So they're slightly better than common folk, because there's a way to describe it. So this is where this conflict gets in trouble here too, because you have all these half-brothers that probably want to claim part of my claim here, since I'm the duke. And I was the one that was able to become a duke, and these were not. I don't even think they have any titles or anything. They're just there, living off of what I provide for them. This was my uncle. He's dead. However, my cousin is dead. His son, who's just a kingsman of mine, is alive. So this is an intricate thing that can get very, very complicated. You know, you could have 30, 40 members alive at the time. Here's total members in my house. 14 members are still alive, and this is my prestige that I have. Here's the dude that started it all, my great-grandfather, Earl Sentieg of Thomond. And so, there we are. Let's keep cycling through here. He wants to get married. This is a kingsman. I guess I could. I don't want to give him anybody too powerful, because I want to save that for hopefully other things. And let's see, what could we marry into? We married into the Roman Empire. Let's see if we can't. Maybe we can help that out a little bit. Let's go with that. Let's see if that works. Okay. Taken care of. He wants to be marshal. He has a nice score of 12 for the marshal. My son is marshal. I want to keep him marshal. Sorry, sir, he ain't having it. He wants to get married. This is my half-brother. He doesn't like me too much. It's probably because he's jealous. We tended to the barony, Bretonty. Yeah, he's trying to become the baron after whoever is the baron now dies. Lineage is cruel, meaning he's pretty much been left out, and he has title claims, so he doesn't like me very much. So you know what? He can pound sand as it was. I could care less what he wants. Let's move the game on. Okay. To the glorious Duke Richard, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. I accept your suggestion that Tad and Hildegrad get married. Good. We'll see if that helps us out. Let's see, we've got a couple messages here. This is my kingsman. He wants to get married. He likes me, so I might help him out. Let's see what we got. She wants to get married. He's 17. That sounds good to me. There's no alliance to be had there, so that's fine. We're taken care of. He wants to get married. He doesn't like me, but isn't he part of... He's my half-brother. I might want to try to keep him, one of them, happy. He's the easiest one to keep happy. However, look at this. I can marry him off and get a nice alliance. I don't know if the alliance will allow me gluttonous, greedy, proud. Let's go with that. See if we can do a little better than that. Yeah, I can marry him into a princess. And I'm gonna gain some prestige from doing it. Gain 32 prestige. Area 220. Yeah, but I don't want him to have too much prestige, thinking that he can do something with it, you know. I want to keep him in his place. So let's give him a little something something, but keep him in his place. Let's see, let's do this. Yeah, it's a little better. Alright. Move the game on. See if they accept it. They should. Peace be with you. I've decided to accept your suggestion of the betrothal. But just a betrothal because she's still not of age, even though he's old. So he's gonna be rocking that cradle. There we are. Let's keep while this is going on. Let's see. He also accepted my, and she's come to my court. Very good. Wants to become steward. He hates me. And how is he? He's my nephew. And I ain't giving him squat. That might be problematic, but kind of interesting to see what happens. Since we got the game paused, let's kind of peruse the map here a little bit, and I'll show you what's going on here. This is what's going on. And during this time frame, William, one of the vassals, there he is. Nope, that's not him. I believe it's him, right here. Is at war with the King of England. He wants to become King of England, King William, and that's what's going on right here. William the Conqueror, I think that was his title. So it's the war, and there's always conflict between France and England. France has claims on different areas in England, and same thing with England on France. So there's always fighting going on there. Let's see what else is going on here. Holy Roman Empire, which is massive, so you want to keep these guys happy. I think it was a pretty strong marriage for me to marry into that family. That will help out a lot. And speaking of that, we could take a look at my alliances. He doesn't like me very much. Kind and versus cruel. Probably because tough soldier, paranoid, brave, temperate. I have the cruel attribute here, and he doesn't like that very much. So I wonder if there is something that I could do to help him. I could give him money, but I don't have enough money. What's this mean? Send an offer to the Holy One, asking for his protection as my new liege. Interesting. I could make it so he's under my... No, see, I want to have my own independent. Okay. But it's interesting to know that's there. I'm making a little bit more money now. From month to month, which is a good thing. I eventually want to start getting in on these guys. But I don't think I have enough yet. See, I can only raise army, that big of an army. And, stop here. Yes. She's arrived at court. And we have a daughter. Well, wants to have a daughter. Good. We both want to have a daughter. Oh, she doesn't like him. So why is that? Let's see if I can... see if I can change this. Send her a gift. Give her a little bit of money. There you go. She likes me. Keep her happy. Any of you married or soon to be married people out there, if your wife's happy, then you're happy. So let's keep her happy. She might want to get into... Let's see if she has any... I don't think she can be it though. She's a high learning. Everything else is kind of low. I don't think she could be a steward. I know she could be a spy master. Maybe a diplomat. I don't know. Let's see what's this. I personally have an opinion of her of -4. The prestige and diplomacy. She doesn't have very much See, however, it's interesting though. I have a -1 prestige against her. I wonder, is that because I'm jealous that she's a princess, or do I feel that she's beneath me? Not quite sure. That'd be interesting to know how that works. My wife here is the... Okay, she is the... Oh, I see. I thought I was marrying his daughter. I wasn't. I was marrying her... his... I was marrying his sister-in-law. So she's not really even part of the family. That was a bit of a mistake on my part. However, though, it gives me an alliance, though, so I think it still works out in the end. Let's get this moving. What else we got here? Economy-wise. See, I wish they don't tell you. They don't tell you what these colors mean, you know? Maybe that's something that they'll eventually address. Direct vassals. This is me. And... See, these aren't really my vassals, though, so I don't know what that means. Opinion. He has a mediocre opinion of me. He kind of likes me. He doesn't like me. I wonder if I could just revoke his title and say, see ya. That could be interesting. But I don't have the... Sorry, man, you ain't gonna do it. He wants to be married. She's 30. However, never mind is concerned that he's still not married. I'll find someone nice. He must be a vassal of his. Yeah, you're gonna do it, dude. No. No, sorry, man. Ain't gonna happen for you either. Just on pause here. Oops. One critical comment after another. I could not take it anymore. I even tried to bribe Tago so he would shut up and stop firing cynical remarks at me. Ooh, interesting. This dude is... not liking me too much. Alright. Let's work on him getting a wife for him. Where does she fall? In the line of things. 60. Pose that now G and I just get married. From married into the house pew. It is 60 from marrying a. Yeah, so maybe I can make him into this here. I wonder, let's see, short reign, wrong government type, doesn't like the fact that we have a different government. Which government do we have? What's this mean here? This is a different type of governments. Antagonic, cognatic, gavelkind. The titles of the ruler are divided among his children, with the oldest getting the primary title. If the ruler has no children who can inherit, the law defaults to primogeniture. You get no prestige penalty for having unlanded sons, and you have a 30% larger Dem Esni, which is this right here. I can own actually 8 of these places. I can control actually 8. I don't control Ormond right now. The guy that doesn't like me does controls it, but I could actually control 8 of those. Gravel is a very popular law with everyone except the oldest child. Women can inherit, but only if there's no eligible males. I could change that. Actually, no, can I? Yeah, this is my half-brother. My nephew wants it too. So, too bad. Can I find you somebody? That should be good. Alright. Let's see. I accept your suggestion. She's arrived at court. She feels this is not in her best interest. Okay. That's just the way it goes. I do want to either take over this completely. I don't have the money to do it. I really don't. His son was born to Tag McTolbach and Judith D. Melguyu, named Mel. Oh, good lord, I don't know how to pronounce that. Very nice. Okay. This will help a little bit. And what we'll do, since we now have a little bit of construction going on in our capital, I'm going to send my steward to actually help construct it, and reducing its time, that item will be ready to go. The item will be finished. Let's see here. Still doesn't like me. Maybe if we arrange a marriage for him. Oh, we can't do it for him now. Or arrange a betrothal. There we go. Future bride. I can't do it for him now, huh? He wants to get married, but I can't. I can't do it for him. I can revoke his title. I could get really pissed if I do it. So if yeah, he's gonna say no if I do this. What does the Kaiser need? A message? Oh boy, he wants me to do some stuff. With you, request that you honor your obligation. Answer his call to arms against Amir Ali of Malkut. I will accept it. Most likely, though, I am not going to do anything about it. See, he is way over here in Spain, the Spain area, what is now Spain. This is a very highly Muslim population here. There's only a few Christian nations in this area during this time. And he wants me to be a part of that. I do not have the troops to do that. See, I can only have that many. So speaking of that, let's train some troops here. He's been sent there to do that. Good. Get this going. Your steward skills just suck, man. Ain't gonna happen. Wants to get married. You dude, you're about ready to die, man, and you want to get married? Who is he? He's my cousin. There's someone old. She's 40. you know, here. Chancellor. Chancellor is this, I believe. Okay. He's accepted it. I'm surprised he did. I didn't think he was going to. Chancellor is this. He's a 14. She's right at the court. Good. And, no, sorry, man. Ain't happening. Sent to oversee construction. We know that. Good. I wonder if I could see when it would be finished. Oh, right here. Be finished the 29th of June of 1068. Oh yeah, see, it's gonna be almost done. Very nice. Oh, this isn't. Okay, it's concerned he's still not married. Find someone nice. Alright. Let's put that on pause. Let's find him. Oops. It's my realm tree. These guys like me. Except for my vassal. My vassal. And his ruler of his bishop at his cathedral. They don't like me. Alright. I guess I could just get him married to get him off my back so he doesn't get pissed. So these are kids. There. Gain 2 prestige for marrying into the house. For marrying a courtier. She's gonna gain. See, I don't want him to gain that much prestige because that is a lot of prestige, and I don't want him to think that he can. However, though, I do get alliances. Yeah, let's do that. He's going to lose prestige from doing that. Okay, I've accepted it. Good. She's arrived at court. Good. Wooden palisades have been built at my town. Good. My war seems to be going well that I'm not participating in. So that's good. Let's also take a look here at my allies. Oh, I cannot call in any of these allies into war. And why can he call me in? Oh, wait a minute. Half-sister. I can call. Okay, I can't call the Kaiser in, but I can call his brother, I believe is who that is, in. And maybe. Okay, we're gonna put. Hang on one second. Let me just figure this out here. Call him in if I need to. Okay. My liege, since I arrived at town, there has never been a shortage of soldiers reinforcing the troop station here. Under our guidance, they believe fame and fortune awaits them. Awesome. So he's getting us more troops. Keep coming, because I'm about to... Ooh, he only has 2 troops? This might be a bold move. Okay, do it. Revoke his title. Let's do it. See what happens. He's currently considered a revoked title from us. He's not going to be happy. There we go. Let's see how this handles. Does he revolt against me or not? His title, I thought. Right, yeah. Here you go, my liege. Wisdom ever eludes you. I will not allow you to steal my titles without a fight. You are no longer my liege and lord. He is at war with me. I can call in the Kaiser and he'll send that guy in. However, I'm not going to, I don't think there's no need to do that. I'm going to raise my army. And I have no character leading that. And see, this is, now that we have this raised, I only have a few minutes left here. Your armies are divided into 3 sections. You have the middle section, your left section, and your right section. You can have people lead those sections. I'm trying to say is that affects how it happens in battle. I mean, if they only have one section over there, they're going to get flanked from 2 sides and also get hit head on. And there are some multipliers and modifiers involved with that. So we're going to bring them in there, and I'll get into that a little bit when we see the battle starting. I'm going to start this and bring this down. I want to check something, and I can't change that, can I? Yeah. Alright, so we're at war here. Here's go to the battle, see what's going on. Yeah, see, he only has 1 section. I'm have 2. And we are, and during, this is divided up into phases here. This is the bow phase. I actually only have 8 bows. Let's send this up just a little bit quicker. Get it moving. Now we're in pretty much this phase here. Cavalry phase. And we just won. Now we are sieging his area. However, he's trying to siege mine. How many people do I have there? I have a lot of defenders there. He's not going to do anything. So I'll just sit and siege him. And this takes some time. There's a process involved with this. You'll see this go down. Maybe I can make this up a little more to get it going here, because I only have a few minutes left before I want to stop this. Getting a lot of autosaves. So here we are here. So he just dropped a major hit there. Let's stop here. I believe my mission on Ordman has so far been a success. During my visit, the court of Lord Mayor Ragnabald of Ordman had my visit to the court of that I've seemed to have managed to make him understand what a benevolent and peaceful. Oops, that is too funny. Cause oh well, that's just too funny. That happened, and then I already was at war with him, so I just find that kind of funny. Interesting. So here we go. This is down here. This is what we're looking at here. I'm at war actually with two groups here. This is one I'm not really taking part in, but we are winning this war by 53%. I'm winning my war with the Duke by 13%, and I can actually offer peace here. I can ask to force the demands. He says no. However, once that gets higher, he may accept it. Or I could just offer a white peace, which means that we both lose. It's a draw. Or I can completely surrender, which would be stupid to do that. And I'll lose a lot of prestige by doing that. So let this roll. I want to finish this up. In fact, let's let it go. Alright, victory. So we just took over this here. Waterford. We took care of over the capital. Now we're down to here, this area here. And as you can tell, we only partially own the country here because you got these dashed lines here. And once we take over this, we will actually have the entire country. This will be all straight lines here. However, though, if you notice here, what does this mean? The siege has been abandoned, will not resume until the attacking force is largely defending. Okay. A son is born between my kingsmen, and that's him there. Nice. So we're not sieging right now because he actually has more defenders. So I wonder if I... Yep. Oh, it did do it. Okay. So now that place is completely under my control. I read that and it read to me differently. So we're gonna go back and take care of these guys. Just took them out. Took out victory. Let's stop here just to let it see here. 100%. Offer peace. We're going to enforce my demands. He says yes to that. He's put in jail. Loses prestige. I gain 50 prestige. Message from the arranged marriage received from Philip the First. Yet. I will accept that. And I want my money. A child lacks a guardian. He's part of my kingsman, but I don't think I can educate him. It's a good idea to educate your own. I could do that, but he's not my kid. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to let somebody else do it. Who do I want? Yeah, he has a low, and it'll be kind of nice to give him some of that. Now, over here. Since I raised... It shouldn't have happened that way. I wonder what that was up. Raised my own... Okay, yeah. Army. And I asked people underneath me to raise, you know, mayors and dukes and things or whatever underneath me to raise their armies with mine, personal ones. And I moved them out of country or out of our area. They gain there's a negative response to that. And I had a -4 against that because they were raised too long. Oh, my thing stops. I have to stop pretty soon. It was raised too long, so I have to let that die down before I can actually go to war again or raise those levies or armies again, or they'll take a really big hit. So over time, though, this will go away. She's arrived at court. Good. Holy Roman Holy War of Sardinia has ended inconclusively. Meaning nothing happened. Nobody gained or lost. I put this dude in prison. He's now in prison. We've attacked him. Done. That we have it on pause. And you know what, guys? I think we're going to stop it there. I know this was a long one. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Check this game out if you have not, or if you're still on the fence on it. Just keep watching here or check out Das's stuff, and we'll catch you on the next Let's Play. See ya.